everyone. I'm your host Anika and welcome to Find the Shape sponsored by Group 3. Today, joining us as contestants are Abrit,
Ni hao.
Benita,
Hola.
Dia,
Greetings.
Isha,
Hello.
Hale,
Hiya.
Helena,
Hi.
Jovia,
Hey.
Jean,
Bonjour.
and Leah.
Nice to meet you.
Do you know what you'll be doing?
No.
Okay, there will first be a briefing, then you will be divided into groups of 2 and one group will play a treasure hunt. The rest of you as groups will present information about a shape, but since there are 9 of you, one of you will present alone. For the hunting group, there will be a map given and you have to follow the map. You will find 2 clues at the first landmark and 1 clue each at the next. You can also ask your doubts regarding the clues. The place marked X is where you will find your shape. If you were able to guess the shape before finding it, you win. If not, you lose. The rest of you will present your handmade or real-life shapes. So, can we start?
Yeah.
In today's briefing, we will tell you a little about the different views of shapes, mapping, and Euler's formula. Now, can anyone tell me about the different views of solid shapes?
A 3D object can look different from different positions like top view, front view, etc. So it can be drawn from different perspectives.
That is correct. Let's look at the views of a shape from the top, front, and side. Now, will anyone be able to tell me the difference between maps and pictures?
In a picture, we try to represent reality with all its details, whereas a map depicts only the location of an object. Another point is that perspective is very important for drawing a picture, but it is not relevant for a map.
Correct! Another point to remember is that landmarks, as well as a scale or marking of distance, is required to interpret a map properly. Now let's see Euler's formula. F plus V is equal to E plus 2. This formula can be used to find the number of faces, edges, and vertices when the other info is given. Let's see the teams. Now, let's start the game.
Okay, let's look at the map. The first stop is 7 steps to reach the triangle. What is the triangle?
According to the legend, it's a desk.
Let's go.
Let's start searching. I found my clue. It says that the shape has 6 faces, maybe a rectangle or a cube. What does yours say?
Let me find it. Aha! It says that the shape has 12 edges.
Oh, we are stuck with the cube and the rectangle.
Let's move on to the next space. The map says 6 steps towards the circle. Which is the table lamp? Start searching.
I found it.
What does it say?
My clue says that we should use Euler's formula to find the number of vertices. Let's do it.
Eight vertices. But we are still stuck with rectangle and cube. Let's move on. What next?
It is a square, so I think the sofa.
Let's find it. I have got it. The final clue, it says that the shape is one of the 5 platonic shapes. What is a platonic shape?
No idea. Let's ask the host.
Okay, host, what is a platonic shape?
For understanding that, you need to know what polyhedrons are. Look at the screen. You will find all the information you need there.
you, host. Now it says that all the sides and angles need to be equal in length. Which shape is like that between rectangle and square?
The square.
So the shape is a cube.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
You may now proceed to the final place where you will find out whether you won or not.
Yes, we won.
Congratulations, winners! Now, let us look at everything we have learned about the solid-shaped cube. Now it's time for the presentation.
Hello everyone, we will be presenting the 3D shaped cone.
A cone is a distinctive three-dimensional geometric figure that has a flat surface, a curved surface pointed towards the top. The pointed end of the cone is called the apex, whereas the flat surface is called the base.
A cone is formed by a set of line segments, half lines or lines connecting to a common point, the apex, to all of the points on the base that is in a plane that does not contain the apex.
There are two types of cones, right circular cone and oblique cone.
Right circular cone is one whose apex is perpendicular to the base, which means that the perpendicular line falls exactly on the center of the circular base of the cone.
If the position of the vertex is anywhere apart from the center of the base, then it is an oblique cone.
Let's look at where we see cones in real life. A funnel is shaped like a cone. An ice cream is scooped in a conical pastry.
The barriers we see on the roads are also conical. The birthday hats are conical in shape.
Here are the cones we made.
We are going to present before you the shape equilateral triangular prism.
A prism is a polyhedron whose base and top are congruent polygon, whose other faces, that is lateral faces, are parallelograms in shape.
Any prism is named after its base. An equilateral triangular prism is therefore called so because it has equilateral triangles as its base.
If a prism has a base with a certain number of sides, then the total number of faces would be equal to the number of sides plus 2. Let's see where we see triangular prism in our daily life.
Camping tents and triangular roofs are examples of triangular prisms.
A prism is used in physics for dispersion of light as well as kaleidoscope are other examples of triangular prism.
Now we will show you the prisms we made.
Now we will present the 3D shaped cylinder.
A cylinder is one of the most basic curved geometric shapes with the surface formed by the points at a fixed distance from a given line segment known as the axis of the cylinder.
The shape can be thought of as a circular prism. Both the surface and the solid shape created inside can be called a cylinder.
It's a non-polyhedron that has no vertices, two edges, two faces, and a curved surface.
Now let's see the examples of cylinders in real life. Pipes, beaker, cold drink cans, and the batteries are few examples of cylinders.
Water tank, gas cylinder, candle, fire extinguisher, and test tubes are also examples of cylinder.
Now we will show the cylinders we made.
Let's start with the last topic of today, that is the square pyramid. A pyramid is a polyhedron whose base is a polygon and whose lateral faces are triangles with a common vertex. If you join all the corners of a polygon to a point not in its plane, you can get a model for a pyramid. A pyramid, like prisms, is also named after its base and hence called a square pyramid. A pyramid with an equilateral triangle as its base can be called a tetrahedron. The number of faces in a pyramid can be equal to the number of sides of base plus base. Pyramids can be seen in real life as parts of ancient as well as modern architecture. Famous examples include the pyramids in Egypt, such as Giza, and the Louvre Art Museum in Paris. It is also a model used for building houses in earthquake-prone areas. Now, let's see the pyramid I made.
All the contestants of today's episode have been successful in finding and presenting the shapes. Thank you to both the contestants and the viewers for joining me on this episode of Find the Shape. This is Anika from Find the Shape signing off.